30 is when you walk into a bar or a VFW, and in that 30 seconds, you can already tell.
That guy right there is drunk, that guy's an idiot, and that guy down there knows it all.
There are programs out there beyond the VA.
Many non-profit organizations. The Beer 30 Show.
It's the Beer 30 Show. Made by veterans.
For veterans.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Beer 30 Show, presented by Common Ground Golf Course here in Aurora, Colorado, a place for all in all the game teaches. Today, great show. We're gonna just dig right into it. Good friend of me and Danny. He's been a good friend for a while. It's a non-profit called Buddy Bowl. Buddy Bowl is flag football for charity. Money is raised not only for the military, but it's raised for paramedics. It's raised for police officers, and it is raised for firefighters, individuals that have kids that might need some help as well. And on the line today we have Nico Marcolongo. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself, a little bit about what he's doing, how it came about, and the story. It's a pretty compelling story, and I've coordinated it, and Danny, he's played in it before, so we'll go ahead and just open the floor up to you, Nico.
Well, hey guys, it's a pleasure to be connected with you guys again. I really appreciate being on your show. I know you have a wide and vast audience, particularly amongst the veterans, and that really is our target demographic. We being veterans ourselves, as you know, Joel, I spent 14 years in the United States Marine Corps as a Marine officer. I did a couple tours in Iraq. Before I went to Iraq, I took over the Buddy Bowl, which was just a bunch of guys playing football on the beach. It started in 1977. It was a fun way to reunite friends at the holidays. And then when they all thought they were too old to keep it going, I took it over, turned it into a charity event in 1999, and we've been football for charity ever since. So we appreciate the opportunities that we've had to bring it to Colorado a couple times. Of course, we've been in Massachusetts now. This will be our 7th year, and it's our 39th year in San Diego. So we're always looking for other territories. We're always looking to help more people. And again, I really appreciate you bringing me on the show to get the word out.
Oh, I really appreciate you as able to jump on after late. We didn't give you very much time. So the nonprofit that was supposed to be with us, they couldn't be with us, so we're like, okay, well, sorry, back to the line then. So I knew
next nonprofit up. Here
yep,
I am.
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
It's all good,
right.
And it's a team effort. I mean, what you do out there in Colorado, what we're doing here in San Diego, it all works together to help those troops and first responders. And I'm glad you did mention those first responders, because that was one thing. It was really important to me when I started Buddy Bowl as a charity. We had a couple police officers on our board of directors, and I thought at that time, there was nothing really out there devoted to the first responders. So we wanted to make sure that Buddy Bowl as a charity helped those first responders. And of course, when 9/11 hit, our first casualties were those first responders. So it is interesting how everything kind of folded together. As you know, I run the Operation Rebound program at Challenge Athletes Foundation.
Right.
And that supports first responders and veterans as well. And that was started because of the money raised by the Buddy Bowl initially for a fund specifically for injured troops and first responders at CAF. So I think that word is starting to get out there. I think people are realizing that, our firefighters, our police officers, our paramedics are out there risking their lives daily for the safety of our homeland. So it's important to have them in the fold.
Yeah, especially with all the extra baggage. I mean, like I've told firefighters that I went to New York City with, I respect firefighters even more because my brother's a firefighter. They deploy daily. Yeah, we go to Iraq. We deploy for a year. I got that, but Iraq and the firefighters and police officers, they deploy daily. So that was one of the reasons why I have such a high respect for. And there's not there's not a lot of nonprofits. If there is maybe one or two, other than Buddy Bull, if that, I'm not for sure. Me and Danny is still investigating. Brandy, our intern, she's investigating as well. But there's not a lot of nonprofits that help out the first responders. It's either your military or and that's that. And especially with all the baggage that's going, with the Black Lives or the Blue Lives Matter, that whole thing, or with social media, with that stuff coming up, it's pretty hard to do your job nowadays, and that just tacks up. It was hard and dangerous in the first place, but now with all this social media stuff going on, it just makes it even harder.
No, I agree. And, our logo now, I'm sure you've seen it, Joel. I don't know if Danny has. But that new logo that depicts the police officer, the firefighter, and the military, I call him a Marine, of course, on our new logo. Well, that's out now. That's out on our T-shirts. I just got the hats today.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, yesterday they arrived, so all the hats now have that new logo.
Nice.
And it really does. We make a statement. We support the people who support us.
Right.
We serve the people who serve us, who keep us free. And you're right now, there is a lot of concern, a lot of talk out there about, policing in America, for example. And I think what we really have to take a look at is the institution is very valued. You're always going to have disagreements on how it's done. And quite frankly, there are going to be individuals who do things wrong. We have that in the military as well. But as an institution, it's something that we require in this country if we want to maintain our freedoms. So it's something that we want to highlight and say, hey, we support our police, we support our fire, we support our paramedics, and of course we support our veterans and active duty.
Right.
Well, Nico, I remember playing some football with you. In fact, you were my quarterback for a little bit.
Oh God! Did I get it to you? I mean,
hey, you complimented me on my catching skills. I enjoyed it.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I mean, Buddy Bowl's a great thing. It's I enjoyed playing it. I enjoyed being there and not being able to walk for about 2 weeks afterwards. It was great.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I only do it once a year.
There you go.
I seriously, afterwards, because my injury is back related, so afterwards I had that nerve nice and pinched, and the herniated discs are nice and torn up, and I had to go out and buy a cane that day.
Well, there you go. Well, I tell everybody before the game, I said, look, here's the deal. I don't care if you get hurt. In fact, I know you're going to get hurt. I just don't want you to get injured.
Yeah.
I mean, so, 6 minutes of stretching and 5 hours of football. What do you expect, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then, I do see your logo now. It is nice. I like the revamp. So, you guys have any other events coming up here soon, or?
So we do. So the next Buddy Bowl is going to be in Millis, Massachusetts on 14 November. It'll be our 7th one there. That was our first city outside of San Diego to which we expanded. And that's actually generally our largest Buddy Bowl as far as people go. We have our largest kid bracket there. We're tied in with the Millis Flag Football League, which is a youth league. And kids come from Rhode Island. They come from Massachusetts. It's a great day. And it's a great event in a small town just outside of Boston. And then, of course, the big one, the granddaddy, if you will, that's at Camp Pendleton on the 28th of November. And about a month ago, I got a call from somebody in Hawaii on the North Shore, and we're looking to bring it there in December. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, wow, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. We might send Joel out there to administer that one. So you heard it here, Joel.
Oh, he'd love that.
Exactly. But, Buddy Bowl, what makes it work is that it's an organic community event. You know, we're not a big corporation. My wife and I run it out of our condo in Sauna Beach. We bring in the money and we give it away.
Right.
And we're trying to inspire others to really carry that torch. As a matter of fact, this year we had our first junior buddy bowl, which was a high school age buddy bowl, and every team in the tournament was high school players. And it was started by the son of the founder of the original buddy bowl back in 1977. And so we're looks like we're going to have a high school division now in Massachusetts as well. So this has picked up, and this is becoming like a school project. So we're getting to the kids at a young age thinking about service. What can I do to help others? Let's look outside ourselves. Because as we know now, with all the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and so forth, there can be a lot of focus on oneself, and it's hard to look past that sometimes. So what we're trying to emphasize is, hey, go out there and look beyond yourself and do something good for others.
Right.
And that's going to pay dividends in the long run, not only for your own growth, but for the growth of your communities.
Hey, Nico, so how does somebody register for the Buddy Bowl?
Just go to buddybowl.org and sign up. And if you want us to bring it to your town, email me and we'll talk. Buddies at buddybowl.org. And you just go to buddybowl.org. Like I said, our contact info is right there. They can contact us at the website. Take a look at the history. It's a rich history. You can click on the names and look at all the names of the people who've played in the Buddy Bowl in the past. Some people you may recognize. Some somewhat well-known sports stars, retired, have played. Joel Hunt, of course, the Paralympians on there.
And, and that's one thing that I was going to bring up is, we told a little bit about what Buddy Bowl was, but, when I first, when you hear that it's flag football for charity, football charity, you kind of have an idea, but it's the story that you gave about your battle buddy that died in that helicopter, and that was the story that I wanted you to tell everybody about, because I think once they get why you started it and why it keeps going on, I think people will understand the big big picture.
So, and I'm glad you brought that up, Joel. Like I said, when it originally started in 1977, it was a group of high school students who had gone away to college, and they wanted to have a reunion when they came home at Christmas time. And they said, well, what should we do? I said, well, why don't we play football? We all love football. They all played on the local football team. And so they went out, they partied the night before, they picked teams, they get up early the next morning, and they just beat the crud out of each other on the beach playing tackle football at the time. And, of course, being in San Diego, you had to have it on the beach. And then over time, it evolved to flag, and then they invited little brothers and friends of little brothers. And this thing went on for 20 years. And I started playing in the early 1990s, and I thought this thing was the greatest thing in the world. Okay, so I played football in high school, a year in college. I played semi-pro in France for a year. So I loved football. And then in 1996, there was only 2 teams left. A lot of people were in their mid-30s. They all thought they're too old to keep it going. People had moved away. So they played one last Buddy Bowl, and I was playing in it, and we went out for pizza and said, hey, that's it, 20 years of Buddy Bowl, hurrah. And so the next year, I was in the Marine Corps at the time, and I said, this Buddy Bowl has to keep going. So I got back from a deployment. It was around the time that Buddy Bowl was scheduled to be, and I just did one. I moved from the beach to the base. We had 3 teams, a little round-robin tournament. And then the next year, that year we had it at Miramar, which is the Marine Corps Air Station. Then in 98, we moved up to Camp Pendleton, where I was stationed. We had 4 teams. And then in 99, a month before the Buddy Bowl that year, we had a helicopter crash. And it killed 6 Marines and Navy corpsmen. It was a training incident. It was on the USS Pecos. It was pretty well publicized at the time. The helicopter went into the ocean, and there weren't a whole lot of survivors. And so I passed a can around at that tournament in 1999. I said, we're going to raise money for the widows and orphans. We raised $550. And I said, from now on, this is football for charity. So each year, we'd pick a charity, we'd raise money. And then in 2001, one of my friends I went to high school with, he was killed in the Twin Towers. So we raised money for his unborn daughter, so she'd go to college. And she has, she's on her way now, matter of fact, pretty soon.
Nice.
She's going to be I think a couple of years from now, she'll be going to college. So, and a big part of that was the Buddy Bowlers who raised that money. So we turned it into a charity ultimately in 2003, and that's when we linked up with the Challenge Athletes Foundation and established the fund there for injured troops and first responders, and that morphed into Operation Rebound. So I had unwittingly created a job for myself 5 years before I got out of the Marine Corps. When I got out in 2008, they hired me on to run Operation Rebound, and now Buddy Bowl, we expanded across the country, raising money for Operation Rebound and other charities that help injured troops and first responders and kids.
Yeah, and it hasn't went anywhere except up. It's gotten more popular. Everybody knows the emblem. I remember when I used to go, I wear shirts and stuff, and
really, you wear shirts?
They had no idea what it was, and they're like, "Oh, I've heard of that," So,
well, that's good, 'cause we don't advertise on TV. We don't have all these big commercials and country western stars, out there advocating for us. But what we do have are community members and people who really get it and understand that it's their Buddy Bowl. And I'm just there to facilitate the fun and help out with the organization. But really, it really is the community events. And that's what we always want to be. I never want to be something big and corporate that comes in and says, hey, you do it this way, or that's it, or you have to raise this much money, or that's it. No, we say, hey, look, this is your Buddy Bowl. You make it, the best you can. Let's set some goals out. Let's pick some charities in your local area to help. And let's bring the community together and let them know that this is a great opportunity. It's a simple way to serve.
Well, as long as Joel keeps wearing shirts, I think your advertisements will be out there.
I think so. We can always tattoo them, I guess.
Hey, you give me more. Hey, man, you give me more credit about that. You've got a bigger sweater than I do underneath those pecs, buddy.
You think so?
I
really don't think so.
Lift your shirt up, Danny. Show all the ladies. Oh, look at there.
Yeah, you saw my tattoo?
Look at there. Man hairs there.
Well, I'm sorry, Joel. At least I went through puberty.
Hey, it's all right, man. It's okay. Navy people do it too, so you're not the only one.
I know. We are talking to a Marine. I don't want him to get excited and try to hit me up for a ride here soon.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, while we were in Kokomo, Indiana, that Buddy Bowl. While we were at Kokomo, Indiana for that Buddy Bowl, I'm surprised he didn't ask for a ride to the place from a Navy guy.
Well,
so
I had my Army doggy with me, so.
Oh, okay. You had to make him.
We were landlocked.
So, and one of the best parts right now, Joel, is if my wife came in the room, we'd have all 4 teams of the AFC West in here.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders? Are you kidding me?
Yes, I am the Raiders. I have always been
You're
Raiders.
The Raiders. She's Kansas City, huh?
She's Kansas City.
Yeah, she's Kansas City. Yes.
Okay.
So, but we play you guys in a couple of weeks.
Barbecue in both places. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do. That's right. The 25th.
Yeah, we have a bye week this week, and then we play you guys right after the bye. So
yeah, Kansas City's out of it.
Yeah, Kansas City's done. Jamal Charles is out.
He tore his ACL.
Green Bay. We got Green Bay this coming weekend, and after that, I don't know if we'll have an offensive line left. So,
Well, it's hard to not talk about football with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
I got to get my roots in for the Chargers before they move to L.A.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll be sharing a stadium.
Well, yeah, I think it is more likely to happen. The Chargers are going to move in with Stan Kroenke there, and the Raiders may come to San Diego. Wouldn't that be wild?
Oh, I would hate that. I would be so mad. You would have no idea. You would have to change teams. I mean, that way you have to go.
I wouldn't know what to do at that point. I might root for the Broncos.
Oh, there you go. You can always do that. But Manning's going to be out here soon, so
I think it's his last year.
I think it should be his last year after watching that game last week.
Yeah, I mean, mentally he's got it.
D-Mac said it right, man. When you go to a quarterback that's been throwing the ball right-handed for 17, 19 years, and you tell him to start throwing it left-handed, you're going to make mistakes. They just need to let him do his own thing. this be his last year, and just go with it. But
Well, before we get off the phone with you, Nico, could you tell us what your website is, how people can donate, volunteer? Are there any fees available, and that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. So, buddybowl.org. That's buddybowl.org. People can make donations, and we ask people to make a donation. We ask $40 for adults and $20 for kids. That gets you a hat, a T-shirt, a lunch, a great time for a great cause. And we specifically put on there if you're military, retired, active duty, don't worry about making a donation, though a lot do. We often play these games, the Buddy Bowl, at like a military base like Camp Pendleton, and they're gracious enough to host and give us everything for free. So we really appreciate that, and that's a way of paying, kind of paying back as well. So we encourage people to check out the website, learn about it, contact us, and who knows, we can have game will travel. So we're looking to expand. We're looking at potentially Pittsburgh next year, and if Oahu works out this year, I'm sure that's going to stay around for a while.
And if anybody wants to go to the Super Bowl of Buddy Bowls, it's at Camp Pendleton the day after Thanksgiving. That
2 days after Thanksgiving, Saturday after Thanksgiving,
yeah.
28 November this year.
And oh my gosh, Danny, I'm telling you right now, it's crazy.
What, did you want to go this year, Joel?
No, I went last year. Year, and it really opened my eyes. Like, there's a team in Kokomo which, they're pretty good. They have nothing on them. I mean, they got plays and everything.
Yeah, we break it into we have elite brackets and not so elite brackets. I play in a not so elite bracket, and Joel's on my team usually. So we're together, very non-elite.
I'm the hiker.
That's right. He snaps
I'm
the ball
the
and I run.
hiker. That's an important job.
It is. I don't think we've won a game.
No, we haven't.
We haven't won any games, but we're the most spirited ones out there. But yeah, there's some players that we've had former NFL players come out, and some of them were older NFL players, but some of them they only got out of the league a couple of years ago. I remember one game, Buddy Bowl, I was going up against a guy. This was about 3 years ago, and he played on the Saints Super Bowl team. And I was trying to get by him. Man, you're good. He's an offensive lineman on the Saints Super Bowl team. I didn't even think about getting by this guy. So, and then Lonnie Paxton, of course, the Super Bowl champion for the Patriots, and he played a long time there in Denver. He played last year. So we get some players out there.
Yeah, we just talked to Lonnie not too long ago.
Oh, okay. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, he seemed decent guy. Joel had his Super Bowls all messed up on that one, but
I just said it's 2 Super Bowls. I didn't mention, the third Super Bowl,
Oh well.
Yeah, it's all good. It happens.
It's all good.
So you guys
going to be the first one here in San Diego, so.
Well, at least a win, right? A Super Bowl win.
Right. Yeah, a Super Bowl win, exactly.
Yeah, y'all went to the Super Bowl, I think, back in 97 or 98?
It was 1995, January.
Or 95?
They were starstruck and just got beat down by the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Beefy ran right by him. Jerry Rice there.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard not to lose against Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
So, are you guys going to be heading out to Jacksonville anytime soon?
Didn't plan to, but hey, again,
that's where Danny's going next.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading to next. So,
are you?
Link Danny up with Zane Beatles, and him and Zane can coordinate a Buddy Bowl, and
I love it.
Danny can see how
stressful
coordinating a Buddy Bowl. It's not hard, but it's stressful if you don't have the right team.
Right? Simple but not easy.
well, Joe, you see, it's a little bit easier for me because my wife still is military, so we already have a military base.
There you go.
You see,
that'd be good to go.
And it'd be really easy for me to set one up, not like you trying to get it at Northwestern High School again.
Hey, we got it in there.
Yeah,
we go back there anytime we want.
It helps when the mayor backs it up, though. But
Oh yeah.
We won't go there.
Well, Nico, do you have anything else to say to everybody?
Hey, I just want to say thanks again, and thanks to everybody out there listening. I know you're all supporters of what both you and Joel are doing, Danny, and of all our troops and first responders. And so, sometimes it can be disheartening at times when you see everything going on in the news, and the focus is always on this celebrity and that celebrity and this overdose and that thing going on. And is there anything good out there in the world, or is there? there are a lot of good things in the world.
Oh yeah.
And there, it just doesn't always get the publicity, and it's usually done with humility and just a true calling for service. And that's all. That's what it's all about. If you have that, you're gonna have success. And good things will grow. If something's good, it will grow. If something has value, it'll grow, and that's what we're finding with the Buddy Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can strongly say that I don't care who you are. If you don't have fun at the Buddy Bowl, something's wrong with you. I've had fun at every single Buddy Bowl, especially the one me and Danny played in. So
that's it.
Oh yeah, well, I had a lot of fun there too, especially diving for your catches. So
there you go. Thank you. Yeah, that'll make you lay out.
Hey, at least we were winning. That's all I cared about.
That's right. That's all that matters. Just
I mean, I might not have felt the pain right away, but I know as soon as I got back home, I could walk. And
You don't feel it at the Buddy Bowl. It's when you get home.
Well, yeah, you still have all that adrenaline going, like, yeah, I'm playing some football, and then
right.
The moment you get done playing, you're like, oh yeah, I'm this old, and this is my injury.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
So, all right. Well, we are just about out of time, Joel. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, that's it. Once again, Nico, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. We want to reiterate everybody that not only does Buddy Bowl help the injured soldiers, but Nico can talk more about it. You can message him on the website, but they help first responders, their kids, especially the kids that missing limbs and stuff like that. That's a huge one that Buddy Bowl is supportive about. But like Danny said, we're running out of time, and we appreciate you coming on, and we will we'll chat with you soon, Nico.
All right, guys. Hey, great speaking with you. We'll be in touch soon.
You too, Nico.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Awesome. We could have probably sat there and talked forever, He's a good guy to talk to, Very, very spirited. Man, no pun intended. It's really hard not to get burnt out, dude, because I did that coordinating thing for 3 years, and I got burnt out. I'm really surprised that Nico is going strong and he hasn't got burnt out, because I got burnt out.
Well, I think it just might be because you got people like you that are, help coordinate it. That could be the reason why. So, hey, Joel, guess what?
What? Well, we got the power play.
No, it's 2-minute warning time, dude.
2-minute.
We've been talking a lot today.
Oh, okay. So, are we going to not worry about the power play then this edition?
I would say we're not worrying about the power play this edition since we have 2 minutes left. So
okay, got
it. Unless you want to talk like the Micro Machine guy.
No problem, no problem. I was asking Brandy because I couldn't think of anything really to bring up for the topics, because there's nothing like that's really highlighted out there that's going on, except what happened to that basketball player, I guess yesterday or today. But other than that, so 2-minute warning is brought to you by Common Ground Golf Course here in Aurora, Colorado, a place for all in all the game teaches. So, what did you learn today?
Well, I learned about the background of Buddy Bowl today. I didn't know the whole story on how it got started, with the accident in Pendleton. That was really interesting to learn. I didn't know about that. So, what about you?
Kind kind of knew about it, but it just kind of reiterated that, yeah, Buddy Bowl does support Operation Rebound Challenge Athletes Foundation, and one of these days we'll get that organization on here and talk to them about. But one thing that I want to reiterate to all first responders that have families, that if their kid has Down syndrome, or if their kid is missing a leg or something, that's what Buddy Bowl's for. They'll get the prosthetics for those kids, because firefighter, police officer, they don't make that much money.
Oh no, they don't. I mean, I think the most paid fire or police officer that I know was up in Washington, around Bremerton.
Yeah.
Around that area. I mean, I'm sure there's other areas that probably get paid more. Who knows? But I know when I lived out there, they got paid a lot. But here in Memphis, it's like $12 an hour, dude.
Right.
And it's like really, you're in one of the worst places to be a police officer, and it's $12 an hour.
Now, if you're an officer, I think it's different, but because isn't the police force isn't it the same as the military? You have an officer and you have a enlisted section.
I'm not sure how that really works with civilian police. I think you go to police academy and you work your way up.
Okay.
So, yeah, you start as patrolman 2, sergeant, and then whatever ranks of sergeants, and then I think lieutenant, and then captain, kind of all the way up. So, yeah, anyway, we're at time.
All right, and before we get off here, I wanted to make sure to get a huge shout out. We just did a interview with Operation Troop Appreciation, and they sent us these nice coffee mugs and shirts and stuff. I sent yours and Brandy's out this morning. So just remember, if you're a nonprofit and you would like for us to get some swag, we like swag. We will utilize the swag right here in front of the camera. So, yeah. So thank you, OTA.
Thank you.
So, all right. Well, if you have nothing more, Danny, then I guess we will. I guess we'll chat with everybody next Friday.
Nope. Thank you all for listening, and come back and listen to us next time.
Yeah. Have a great one, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Rockin' the troops.
Bruce Springsteen, Elton John, the Beatles, people that paved the way for us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm David Bowie.
Hi, this is Jimmy Page.
Hello, this is Rod Stewart.
Saluting those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country.
rock and roll.
This is MBR.